Hello students. So today I will start with the part 2 of the explanation of civics chapter 1, that is democracy, from the Milestone book. Now basically today we will learn about the other forms of democracy and what are the other forms of government especially all about. So there are different types of forms of government. So first is the absolute monarchy. So basically what is absolute monarchy? Absolute monarchy is a system where the ruler is monarch and has the power to do anything or anything he wants to. He can change the laws, he can pass on the laws, even he has the right to give the decision. For example, like in France, the king, he declared himself as an absolute monarchy. The king was um, uh, um, the whole. He used to make the laws. He used to pass the law, and he used to even judge, give justice. So here, all in one, the ruler, the king, is the system where the king has the maximum power. So this is known as absolute monarchy. Now monarchy, basically what is monarchy? First of all, the monarchy, before we do absolute, absolute monarchy, it's necessary to know about monarchy. Now monarchy means the rulership under the kingship rule, or the rule of, or a power, the person who is ruling. This means a kingship rule is known as monarchy. So here absolute monarchy is a totally the power where the ruler or the king has the power. So but the king himself will not follow or the ruler will not follow the things which the laws he will make. So a monarchy is generally hereditary. Now children inherit his position. For example, a king, his son becomes the king, then he becomes the absolute monarchy. So it is naturally, absolute monarchy is naturally a hereditary form of system of government. Now next is the constitutional monarchy. So therefore constitutional monarchy is the system where the power of the monarch is limited, where the power of the king is limited, and therefore the constitution becomes the all in one, means in power, where the constitution, where the people follow the constitution, even the king or queen has to follow the constitution. Like in Britain, there is king and queen. So the king and queen is the head of the administration, but they will also follow the constitution. Whatever the under the constitution, they will work according to it, not on their own free will. They, here the ruler's power is little bit limited. So therefore they has to work under the constitution. Now it is this constitution work is carried out by different ministers, prime minister and cabinet, and prime minister also has the power to choose the representatives. Next is the dictatorship. Now dictatorship means generally where the citizens or the people are forced to follow that government system or the policies of the people. For example, in Germany, Adolf Hitler was there, who forced people to follow certain types of norms which he made. Like similarly, Italy was also under Mussolini's rule. So for the dictatorship rule is not at all means suitable for a system of government, where because the citizens are not in favor, because they are always forced to follow that laws made by the government. So dictatorship is generally made by a person who rules, generally rules the system of government. Now for example, if I take the current situation, like in Korea, not North Korea, like Kim Jong Un, the minister, the head leader of, the head of the North Korea, the to be say minister, or he is, and he's running the dictatorship rule, where he only makes for makes people force to follow certain types of rules and regulations. He forces them, and even the people are not at all happy with him. So therefore these type of government also existing. So these are all dictatorship rule. It is a single person rule. So and that single person is known as dictator. So it's a single person, a person rules, and person thinks himself as a government, that he is the part of the, he is the body and he is the main of the government. Now, what about military dictatorship? Military dictatorship is a form of a government where political power resides with the military, where the minister and along with the military power, they work together. Now, this form of government is generally headed by a dictator, and therefore, here also a dictator takes part, and the dictator itself, the single person, that single person takes the from the power takes power from the ruling party and leader from in the military coup. So he does in military dictatorship there is no elections. So and uh, opposition parties are also banned. Therefore no politics and military power are together merged, and therefore it kind of dictatorship goes on, but under the power of the military. For example, in Pakistan a military dictatorship rules. There is also ruling party, there is also opposition party. But what happens, generally in Pakistan the political party follows under the norms of the military dictator. So here the military ship and the political both work together. So therefore military dictatorship is like this. It is another system of form of government. Next is the communist government. Okay, a communist government is a system of government which is ruled by a single party. Now, a communist government where a single party is only there, no opposition, no ruling. This political party follows communist ideas guiding principle of the state. Now, a communist state believes that the poor and the working class have been exploited for years by the ruling class. So they want to create a classless society where the production or the distribution of goods will be equal. Now therefore communist I have generally communist governments, I have the thinking that the working class, the rich people and poor people, there will be no division of classes. It will be a classless society, and therefore the production or the distribution of goods or the distribution of power should be equal. So they do not believe in the norms of rich and poor. They do not believe in the norms of economic inequality. So therefore China is one of them. China has a communist form of government. Now even the party CPIM, the Communist Party of India, also follows this type of government. They believe in this type of communist government system where there will be no class, it will be a classless society, and there will be no rule opposition party, only single party will be there. So and therefore China is running under the same system of government which is known as the communist government. Now, so therefore what is the main thrust of democracy? What is the pure form or main agenda of democracy? The main follower, the main thing which the democracy gives importance to, the democracy gives importance to the constitution. Now one feature that constitution is a democracy is distinguished is a form of a that a government who is following who acts as impartiality, who is very irrational, and he will follow the constitution, and certain rules and laws should be laid down in for a country in a form of a constitution. A compilation of written rules is there. So these compilation of written rules is called constitution, and the constitution is above everyone, and every citizen of the country has to follow that written laws or written rules. So the importance of constitution is more significant in democratic country like India. Like our India has also a constitution where each and every people follow that written laws and written rules, and the government also follows the constitution. So it is a very act of irrational system of governance. Now The constitution also gives the rights to the citizens, that in which ensures the government also cannot it also ensures that government cannot misuse the power, or there is no dictatorship rule. It ensures equality, or it ensures a equal proper distribution of rights to the people. So this is constitution. Therefore today I have discussed about the system of forms of government, and along the main important part of the democracy, that is constitution. So students, I hope you have all understood the video. So we'll meet you next video, and do watch the video.